It's Kayla with the Celebration Company. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to do a simple, small little craft, and we are going to use this little pan to make a pumpkin. So I have this cute little pan. I don't know where it came from. I'm sure a thrift store somewhere along the way. And we are going to make it into a cute little pumpkin. I think it's the perfect little shape. So I'm going to be using cinnamon today. We're going to get messy and do a little cinnamon on this and make a cute, cute pumpkin. So when you hop on, say, hey, let me know you're watching. This is going to be just a simple, quick, easy craft today. Hey, Allie over on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Hello, Danae. Hey, Pam. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I hope your day is going well. My day has been pretty good here today. Good to see everybody. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hi, Teresa. Hey, Dorothy. I'm good. Thank you, Teresa, for asking. Hey, Carol. Good to see you. Hi, Lori. Good to see you too. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad to see all of y'all today. Hey, Gloria. Thank you, Teresa. Y'all, I know it's crazy I'm wearing a sweater. It's not sweater weather necessarily. It's 76 outside, but where I am inside all day, I'm cold. It's cold in the morning when I take Griffin to school. It was in the low 50s this morning. And then I'm down here all day, so I basically dress like the fall all the time down here because it's where I'm at. So, hi Donna, hey Wanda, hey April, hello Dorothea. Good to see all of you. Hey Aletta, hello Myrna. All right, so let's get into it. Let's start working on our little pumpkin. Hey Heidi. So, let's start with just getting this covered into kind of a pumpkin-ish color. So we're going to start with our decoupage glue. And let me grab some paper towels. And we're just going to cover this in cinnamon. Sounds like a good afternoon, Teresa. Good, Linda. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'm not ready for this kind of weather, but it's already getting cold enough for me. I'm very cold natured, and so it's just part of it. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a paintbrush, and we are going to just start coating our little tart pan here in our decoupage glue. And then we're just gonna cover it in cinnamon. I don't know if I'm gonna do 2 coats or 1 coat. So we're just gonna see what happens here. Just gonna kind of do it and see where it takes me. Which is half of the battle with doing crafting, right? Now I got decoupage glue on my sweater. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. So, once we get this coated, we're going to just take our cinnamon and cover this in cinnamon. Hey, Francis, we are making a pumpkin, a little pumpkin. And we're doing the rusty look with cinnamon on it. So I'm just sprinkling the cinnamon all over to cover it. Isn't it cute, Dorothea? Okay. So, that's what it looks like right now. I'm just going to set that over here. And I'm just going to dump the rest of this back into my container here. Maybe. If I can get the paper towel to cooperate with me. All right. Okay, so let's dry this. I'm going to take my heat tool. I'm going to come away. I don't know where I found this at, honestly, y'all. I got it from a thrift store, probably from Anything Goes. I'm not 100% sure. I found it somewhere. Hey, Jesselyn. So we're just going to dry this, and then we are going to do a second coat, I think. So this is getting rid of some of the excess. And then you want to make sure it's dry before you go in with another layer. Okay. Now I'm going to pour some glue out so that I don't contaminate my entire container with cinnamon. Okay. So let's go. Second coat. Now I'll always do another layer of decoupage glue over top of the cinnamon to help hold it all in there. I also like the way that it looks once you seal it up. So we would do this anyways, but we're gonna go on and add some more to it because there's definitely some spots that just aren't very well covered. So I'm just being gentle with it and just brushing this on right over top of the cinnamon, not the glitter, the cinnamon. Hey Pam, we're making a pumpkin today, a little pumpkin. Just a cute little decorative pumpkin you can put in a tiered tray or sit on an end table or something like that. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna go in with more cinnamon. Try and get the whole thing covered. Whoopsie daisies, that was a lot. Okay, there we go. Look how cute. It almost looks like a little cake. Jesselyn, tonight I am doing, now I'm going to dry it. Fish, so I buy flounder and I bake it. Actually, I broil it. And I usually put some Cajun seasoning on top of it. And we eat it in tacos. I'll also cook up jalapenos and onions and make some guacamole. And we usually have rice with it. And that is a favorite in the house right now. Griffin loves fish. Loves fish. So he'll eat that and rice. And usually a vegetable of some kind, but if I can find something for him. Okay. Looks good. Alright, so here's what it looks like. Yay, Tina, that's exciting. All right. So I'm going to dump this out. Okay. And then we're going to apply more decoupage glue on top. Now you can brush your decoupage glue, you can pounce the decoupage glue. So you can use a foam pouncer if you want to and pounce it on, or you can brush it on like I'm doing. Either way works here. And I think I'm going to leave it just a little bit to where it's not completely covered, so we get a little bit more variation in the rust. I can smell it for sure. All right. There we go. Okay, so now we're just going to dry this again. I'm doing it over this way so I don't blow cinnamon all over my computer and my workstation. Lynn got hers as well. All right. So it takes a minute for all that decoupage glue to dry clear. So we'll probably have to work with it with a little bit of it looking white. But I like how this looks. Okay. That's what it looks like. Very cute. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some of the cinnamon up first because it's getting on my nerves. All right. So let's grab, I'm going to grab some orange paint. I want to, and also some distress. No, I'm going to grab paint. So we're going to do orange paint. I'm using orange spice. And then I'm also going to grab some raw umber. Okay, and we're just going to add a little touch of orange to this just to make it look a little bit more pumpkin-y. I'm going to just take this same brush that's got the decoupage glue in it, and the cinnamon, and I'm just going to dab some onto my brush and then just wipe some off so we can, it's my phone or my computer, Lisa, that you're hearing. That's my text messages coming through. Sorry about that. Let me turn the sound off my computer. Usually I don't have sound on my computer. All right, so I'm just taking and just dry brushing. Can you see that? A little bit of that orange onto the surface of the pumpkin. Really just kind of on some of the like higher bits. Just a little bit here and there. Okay. And it's just going to kind of add just a little bit of orange. And then I'm going to take my raw umber and we're going to do the same thing with the raw umber. Thank you, Dorothea. All right. And so I just have the raw umber on my brush, and I'm just going to dry brush some of it on as well. We're just creating a little bit of texture and variation for our pumpkin. Just adding a little bit of color. All right. Just like that. I think that looks really good. That's all we're gonna do to paint the pumpkin. So now we're just gonna embellish it. All right. So I've got some sticks over here. I've got a couple of different ones that I wanted to play with. I've got this one here, which I think is a little too angled on the bottom for me, but I don't mind that way. I've got these, which might be too tall. So let me see what else I can find. I don't know if I like any of those. So I have a whole tote of sticks here. Let's see if we can find something we like better. This one is really short. I think it's too short. Something in the middle. Thank you, Kay. That one's really thin. I feel like Goldilocks. It's not bad. I'd like something a little thicker though. I guess I could cut one down, possibly. That one's cute. It kind of reminds me of a candy corn because of the coloring that's on it. Because it's kind of yellowy, orange, and white. So let's use that one. That one's kind of fun. All right. Okay. So now let me grab some Spanish moss. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of Spanish moss and good, my hot glue gun is on. Isn't that a cute little stem? So the Spanish moss is just gonna go here on the top, and then our stem's gonna go right there. Okay, so just like that. So I'm just gonna add some glue and put the Spanish moss on first. Now I didn't put any glue right in the middle. Thank you, Carol. And then I'm just going to kind of pull this back around, kind of making a little bit of a hole in the middle, and we're just going to put our stem right in the middle. Just sort of pressing Spanish moss around it. Hi, Donna. The pumpkin is made out of like a vintage tart pan. Okay. Then let's let me see about either a vine or some greenery or some kind of floral or something like that. Let me grab some wire. We could do a rusty wire for a vine, which I think would be really cute. So let's grab a little bit of rusty wire. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm supposed to say using. Oh well. Okay. Then we'll just wrap this around this brush. I'm just going to stick it into the Spanish moss. So I'm just going to take some hot glue and just sort of put a little hot glue inside the Spanish moss. And then I'm just going to stick my vine in there. Oh goodness, Teresa. Prayers for him, and I hope things get better. Okay, so we've got our little vine. That's really cute. I like the rusty wired vine on there. So then, let's see here. Let me grab and see if I could do a leaf or something. I've got this stuff right here. Let's see how it looks with just a bit of it. I think I might like that. So I'm just going to cut a little sprig off. This is from Hobby Lobby. Let's see here where we want to put it. And I was thinking about doing a tag on there as well. So I'm just trying to decide where I want everything to go. I'm going to grab another sprig. Find one a little bit different. Just playing with it here. Trying to decide. I think I like that. So I'm going to put this big one over here to the left of the vine. And then I'm using this one here that's got two, and I'm going to put it right there with the vine. Just like that. Oh, thank you, Betty. All right. Then let's look at a tag. So I've got this little tag here that I pulled out, but I don't know if I like it. I was thinking about putting a word or something on it with some stamps. But let's see what a fabric tag would look like. Let me grab a piece of fabric. We'll just cut and tear this. And it's not going to be very big. I want something small because it is a small little pumpkin. So I'm just making a little rectangle. I think I like that better than the paper tag. So we're going to do that. And we're going to distress it, of course. Because why wouldn't we? And I'm going to use the frayed burlap, I think. Let's see what that looks like. I used it yesterday. I liked it a lot. Let's see what it looks like on here. I'm sort of going over the whole thing with it. I think I'm going to come back with some vintage photo. I like the whole thing covered. So this is what it looks like now in the frayed burlap. Okay, that's what it was originally. I don't know if you can see that or not. Now I'm going to grab vintage photo. And go around the edges with the vintage photo. All right. Here we go. So there's our little tag. So now we're just going to put a little something on it. I was thinking about trying stamps, but it needs to be like a 3-letter word. So what do y'all think? Let's think of a 3-letter word. I'm going to use basic letters. Let me grab my stamp block. Oh gosh. Facebook. Okay. Hang on, y'all, because I don't have it pulled up. So let me see if I can get rid of that. All right. Got him. Kathy, I'm trying to figure out what you said that you're worried sounded mean. Because you said I didn't mean to sound mean. I don't know what you're referring to, though. Oh. Okay. Not a big deal, Kathy. You did not sound mean at all. If they said it twice, I got them because they're banned, so they can't come back. Y'all, you should see some of the comments I get on YouTube. Okay, so Brenda says joy. Does anyone have any other suggestions? Trying to think of a short word that would be fallish. Fall. That's a good idea. Let's see if we can do fall. Let's see if it'll fit. Just do this here. F. A. L. Then we'd have to add another L. It's very tight. But we could make it happen if we do them individually. So we'll do that. We'll do them individually. But where is my stamp pad? Because it's not in here where it's supposed to be. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take black soot from my Distress inks and we'll use it. All right, so we've got our F. Okay. And then our A. Right. And then L. Y'all, these stamps are available on our website. All right, and L again. Perfect. Okay. There we go. There's our little tag. All right, and so then we're just gonna sort of shove this up in there underneath the moss. Okay. There we go. I think it's done. There's our little tiny pumpkin. What do y'all think? So we used a vintage, well, I don't know if it's vintage. It's old tart pan. And we did cinnamon all over it. And then we dry brushed it with a little bit of orange paint and a little bit of raw umber. Added a stick for the stem, some florals, a rusty wire for a vine, some Spanish moss, and did a cute little fall tag. There you have it. All done. A cute little piece that you can just sit around, put it into your tray, whatever you feel like. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this one. Simple little craft today, but fun. Sometimes I like to do those short, simple little crafts that don't take very long because they have quick payoff, and sometimes that's fun. So, Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed this. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.